Way of the Cross Meditations. Faith, hope, love must be incarnated in real world. The Holy See Press Office releases the meditations for the Good Friday Via Crucis at the Colosseum, in which Father Francesco Patton lays out St. Francis' example of how Christians can incarnate the theological virtues of faith, hope, and love in the real world. As Pope Leo XIV leads the Way of the Cross on Good Friday evening, Christians gathered at the Colosseum and spread across the globe will be led in spirit by the reflections of Father Francesco Patton, former Custos of the Holy Land, OFM. At each of the 14 stations of the Via Crucis, Father Patton's words explore different aspects of Christian life in light of the Gospel readings and excerpts from the writings of St. Francis, as the Church marks 800 years since his death. In his meditations, released by the Holy See Press Office earlier on Friday, Father Patton takes us along Jesus' original path through the narrow streets of Jerusalem up to Golgotha for his crucifixion and burial. This route is not reserved for the devout or those seeking a quiet space for prayer, he says in his introduction. Rather, as in the time of Jesus, we find ourselves walking through a chaotic, distracting, and noisy environment, surrounded by people who share our faith in him, but also by those who deride or insult him. Such is the reality of our daily life. The Way of the Cross is not intended for those who lead a pristinely pious or abstractly recollected life, says Father Patton. Instead, it is the exercise of one who knows that faith, hope and charity must be incarnated in the real world. As Jesus is condemned to death in the first station, we watch him unmask every human presumption of power and the temptation to abuse power, even though it was given by God. St. Francis of Assisi, says Father Patton, reminds us that every person in authority will have to answer to God for the way they exercise their power, as they start or end wars, sit in judgment, engage in economic activity, or promote or destroy human dignity. As Jesus takes up his cross in the second station, we feel repulsion and a desire to flee from any form of pain or ignominy. Free us, Jesus, from fear of the cross, prays Father Patton. Give us the grace to follow the path you trod and to seek no glory other than in your cross. As Jesus falls in the third station, we are reminded that Jesus' life was of continual abasement and lowliness, since he divested himself of his glory to become man. This fall is a foretaste of an even deeper descent, says Father Patton, the descent into the realm of the dead and a surrender to the enigma of death, the fall that awaits each of us at the end of this earthly life. As Jesus meets his mother at the fourth station, we encounter the unnatural and unimaginable pain of all mothers who endure the death of their children, whether by illness, accident, violence, or despair.